Hey everyone, Wazoo here, and this is my Let's Play of Twisted Times in Twinsmouth. Yeah, this is a entry in the Adventure Jam 2023, which just wrapped up recently, and as you may have noticed on my channel, we've been going through a few of the entries so far. This is yet another adventure in a adventure game. This is a game jam where the contestants have 14 days to put together an adventure game, and we've been seeing some really cool entries so far. I think we're really gonna enjoy this one, based on all the screenshots I've been seeing on Twitter. Okay, let's get started. This is by Marco, by the way. Okay, prologue. Baltimore, 20th September 1849. Okay, who is this? Mr. Poe? Oh, Edgar Allan Poe, perhaps? I'm here to bring you an invitation from my master, one of your greatest admirers. Leave me alone. A written invitation and a small gift. I'm not interested. He expected such a reaction. That's why he gave me this note for you. The initial version of The Haunted Palace you decided to rewrite was better. It's a shame you burnt it. Oh, how can you possibly know that? If you come, you can ask him yourself. But listen, your time is limited, so you need to decide quickly. It's a long travel to reach the master. Does your master have a name? Yes. At least one of them does. Interesting. So there's more than one master. Providence, 13th of August, 1931. Howard? Who's this? Someone brought an envelope for you. I put it on your table. Oh, thanks, Aunt Lillian. Dear Mr. Cleft. Oh, okay. H.P. Lovecraft. I kindly request your presence at my master's mansion on the 15th of August. He's enthralled not only with all your published works, but also with your future ones. And he's sure you'll enjoy your stay with him. Who's the sender? A crazy person, I would say. What? Nothing, Aunt. A fellow writer, I guess. What did he send you? Let's see. There's a train ticket with the letter. And an impressive antique statuette. And a drawing, but that's impossible. What? A better version of one of my sketches. One that I've never shared with anyone. Curious. Pink House Cove now. Marco, are you sure this is the right place? It doesn't look like the resort you showed me. Yes, honey. And when I asked where the sauna was, they laughed at me. Uh-oh. That'll get you in trouble. Sure, honey. Are you listening to me? Of course I am. Why do you always ask me that? But have you ever thought about it? How is it that I can't find a single shred of a plot for an adventure game, and there are authors who write books every year, each one more beautiful than the last? Well, I don't want to sound offensive, but exactly, there must surely be a trick. Actually, I think that... And they laugh when you ask them, where do you get all these ideas from? Because the question is... Obviously, they're afraid we'll find out their secret. It's obvious there must be a place where they get the good ideas. The good idea place. Maybe that's what this game is about. What do you mean? A place to find inspiration? Inspiration? Where are we, in a fairy tale? I mean a place where you go and get ideas. What? Maybe they eat them. Or maybe they drink them. Have you started drinking? Wait. There she is. Do not turn around. Okay, who's this? Was she that Wizard Kid author? Oh, J.K. Rowling. Shh. You don't know what it cost me to track her down. What are you... Who's that? Oh, Stephen King. Hey, was he Stephen King? Never mind that. You were talking about costs? huge amount indeed, but nothing compared to the price of robbing Dan Brownx's house. What do you mean, rob? Sure, honey. Let's follow them. Uh-oh. So we're a criminal and a adventurer, I guess. I don't know. Wait. Can you please tell me what's going on? Sure. Once I find the secret place. In that case, I'm not following those people into the forest. By the way, this sign says the road ahead is blocked and dangerous. Good idea. You stay here. And WhatsApp me if they come back. But, see you later. Something is moving in my bag. It's not the mobile. Whatever. Ooh, I knew it. Despite the sign, there's a bridge. Ooh, a bridge. You know, it looks like that bridge. Hang on. It looks kind of like that bridge in the John Carpenter movie. The name is right on the tip of my tongue. Where they're looking for the missing author, Kane. Anyway, Marco, are you there? Darn it! Wait for me, I'm coming. Uh-oh. Here we go, the other side of the bridge. Zurgrif. In the Mouth of Madness. That's what I was thinking of.
I can't believe it. I must have slept through the whole night.
That's what that bridge reminds me of. I may have a bit of trouble with your accent. Can you repeat that slower? Zurgrif. Okay. It's not the accent. Odd plant wall. That thing was not here before. Well, whatever kind of plant this is, two things are for sure. It smells like rotten fish, and it grows faster than troubles. No, I don't want to touch it. Okay. I don't want to go near this thing. It smells bad, and it seems alive. Uh-oh. Okay, looks like we're carrying an invitation and a smartphone, and it looks like we can flip to... okay. I didn't mean to flip to Stefania, but... well, as the sign said, the bridge is missing, and the other side's collapsed. So where's everybody gone? Okay, so she has a smartphone. Marco's number seems offline. It's an old iPhone. Okay, and he has a smartphone and the invitation. So what has he got? An old Android phone. Uh-oh. See, that's the root of the problem. They're from two different worlds. She's on iPhone, he's on Android. Let's see if that becomes part of the problem. It's completely dead. Okay. Invitation. It's Dan Brownx's invitation. The paper is quite odd. Greenish in smelling. I've paid a lot to have it. But it's a very nice story. I should write it down sooner or later. Okay, who's this guy? Fishman. What are you wearing? Why are you wearing that mask? Is the right direction for the idea place? Is that a knife under your jacket? Thanks for the useful conversation. How about why are you wearing that mask? Zurf? Okay. Is that really a mask? Zurf? It doesn't seem like a mask when you look at it attentively. Zurath? Wait, is it a kind of allergic reaction? Zurath? Like an allergic reaction to food for ideas? Oh my gosh. Zurath? Okay. Is this the right direction for the idea place? Zurath? Is there an idea food or an idea drink? Zurath? Is there an idea fountain? A fountain of ideas. Zurath? Okay, how about, is that a knife under your jacket? Zurath. Okay, thanks for the useful conversation. Zurath? Okay, let's see. Oh, Zurgrif. What does he want? Okay, let's try giving him the phone. It's completely dead. Yeah, I know it's an old Android phone. Okay, maybe we have to give him the invitation. Ah, Zurathum Zurath. Are we okay now? Zurath? Hey, you just ate my invitation. Zurath? Fine. Whatever. Okay, at least we can go by now. Downtown. Zur or whatever. Hey, let's calm down. I already gave the invitation to your colleague over there. Zarf. Okay. Does he say anything useful? Maybe this one can pull out the knife. Is that a knife under your jacket? Okay, guess not. Okay, so we can go to a carpentry store. Let's see here. Hello. Oh, another one. This time it's going to be bloody. Wait, you don't have a red shirt? Are you a writer? Sure. Sort of. Are you the Stephen King for children? Arg. At best, he's the R.L. Stine for adults. I've sold more books than him. Whatever. I now hope you're not a writer. Have a nice your thing here. But now let me go back to this place before it starts. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got some wood. It's a box full of wood chops. They don't seem useful. I don't need them. Okay. Just like every other adventure game, we have to try and pick up whatever it is we can pick up. Okay, look at this. We got a screwdriver or some kind of tool here. Well, given my lack of carpentry experience, I can't name an object here. There's a small pointy thing. I think I'll take it. Okay, it's an awl. It's a sharp-pointed awl. Okay, so who's this? R.L. Stine. Don't you already have enough ideas? Sorry? I mean, why are you here? It's already like you fell into a cauldron. I really don't understand what you're saying. Anyway, I'm here because of the mysterious invitations. Like you, I presume. What's this scary puppet? I don't know. I've always been scared by them. And this is way scarier. So I'm studying it. Studying it? Trying to understand what's making it so scary. Of course, it's based on Kaladi's work. But there's also a hole in his chest, like Baum's character. So far it's breathing, but it doesn't react or move. Let's hope it keeps on doing that. Okay, that's about all we can get out of... Let's see, is there anything... the saw is small, but not so small. If there's not a reason for it, I'll leave it here. Okay, so maybe at some point we can get that saw. What's this? A puppet. Hello? Are you alive? Don't tell lies or I'll know it. Ha 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 ha. Well, that line sounded funnier in my head. It's a scary giant puppet. Breathing. Ugh. No, thank you. Okay, get me on it. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Let's keep going. Okay, now who's this? Oh, there's Poe. He definitely reminds me of Poe from a film. Welcome. I sense the bridge closing, so you must be the last host. But, I don't remember your face. Who are you? Dan Brownks, an uninvited guest or an unexpected guest? Let's say Dan Brownks. That's what was on our invitation. Dan Brownks? Not even close. Okay. An uninvited guest. That's hardly possible. Oh, okay, fine. An unexpected guest. Okay. Never mind. The more the merrier if things are already as bad as I thought. Hey? Anyway, feel free to walk around if it's your first time here. But don't go too far. It's not safe now. And within half an hour, reach us in the hotel lounge. Won't you do me a favor? There are 4 writers wandering nearby. Would you ask them to come to the hotel lounge? I guess. 4 writers? Thanks. See you soon. Okay, great. We got our first quest. Maybe let's go back and talk to R.L. Stine again. tell him he's R.L. Stein. A Poe lookalike said to reach him in the lounge. Yes, thanks. A few more minutes with this puppet and I'll come. Don't worry. But tell him I'll surely arrive before George. Okay. Okay, see you. Let's go out here. Okay, walking around. Oh, Zarkus. Okay, we can't. I won't go that way. Okay, we can't go through there. Let's try this way. Zargazargurf. I have the impression it wants to bite me. Okay, can't go that way either. Let's see. If we click on this statue, we go to a lighthouse. Zargazargurf. Okay, okay. I won't go that way. Okay, we got a trekker. Hello? Yes, are you a Star Trek actor? Even just an extra? Nope. Are you a founder of a Star Trek club? Not that I recall. Well, we are a very inclusive group, so we still love you. Thanks. But less. Understandable. Oh boy. The convention will start soon. Feel free to enter. Are you a writer? A writer? No. So why are you here? For the local convention. Is there a Star Trek convention here? It's a strange story. I wake up knowing it. I traveled without knowing where to go for a while. Then I found this place. And was there a Star Trek convention? Nope. Nothing was ready yet. But then other fans arrived. And we occupied this place. And look around for memorabilia. And we found some. Does this place seem odd to you too? Not more than any other Star Trek convention. Who are these face-masked men? No idea. Probably they're from an unaired season. They must be angry for that. Okay, bye. Long live and prosper. Nice. Okay, let's go in there. Oh. We've got some screenplays. Don't you dare to touch it. Okay. It's a screenplay attributed to Gene Roddenberry, but it's not about space travels. It's about a voyage similar to Magellan's one, with a crew similar to the original series. Fascinating. It's a model of a sailing ship called USS Enterprise. Nice. Can we take that? Don't you dare touch it. Okay, so we're at a red shirt convention, and we've got G.R.R. Martin. He's G.R.R. Martin. Let's talk to him. A Poe lookalike said to reach him in the lounge. Yes, I know. I'll be there in time. But before I need to teach these fools about serious sci-fi. Before they all die. But what? Don't worry. Tell Edgar I won't be the last one. Okay, thanks. Do you know what's up with the masked men? Masked men? The stinky pale fishermen dressed masked men. I think you didn't get the situation. But anyway, they're not supposed to attack you. You're a guest with an invitation and a gift from their master. They should respect that. And anyway, they seem to fear the creative people. Maybe in your case. Maybe in your case, they're just curious. They tried to bite me. But out of context. With gift, you mean to be here. Even for the first time. You surely have received an envelope with specific instructions and items. Haven't you? Sure, yes, of course. I've just got memory issues. A genetic thing, nothing serious. Okay. Shouldn't you be writing something? Shouldn't you be minding your own darn business? Oh boy. Okay, see you. Or not. Okay, we got a spyglass. It's a spyglass. First time I see one in real life. Can we take it? Hey, don't dare touch it. Okay. It's part of this exhibition. Is it an authentic film prop? Well, no, it's just a real spyglass. We found it nearby. But we have so few items on display that we cannot let you take away one. Of course, we could trade. Trade? If you have something worthy related to the only sci-fi franchise that matters, or anything related to any of the creators or actors, we'll gladly trade it. Okay. So we gotta find something to trade. Let's head back out downtown. Okay, we can't go to Lighthouse. Let's check out the hotel hall, I guess. Okay, what's this box? There are a lot of items, probably things that need to be put somewhere else, or broken objects, even pieces of paper, including opened letters. There's a city map. Cool, we got a city map. Is that it? There are a lot of items, probably things that need to be put somewhere else, or broken objects, even but nothing that seems interesting. Okay, fireplace, calendar. It's a calendar, but from 1809. It says that today is the 26th of May. I don't want to take it. Okay, let's talk to Poe. Did you find the 4 authors? Not all of them. Please go get them all. Howard, I really hope that this attempt with several writers at once works. Because so far, dealing with more than one at the same time is like a nail in the eyes. I surely need a drink. Uh-oh. He's off to the lounge. Alright, let's talk to Lovecraft. Did anyone tell you you're similar to H.P. Lovecraft? Ha, hilarious. I cannot imagine why your name has been included in Master's List. What? What's your name, by the way? Dan Brown? Nope. If you want to play mysterious, it's fine for me. Just let me know if you want to go to your room before the talk. My room? Yes, tell me your room name. It was in the invitation letter. And I'll give you the key. I'll think about that. Suit yourself. Do you know what's up with the masked men? Masked men? The stinky, pale fishermen dressed masked men. I think you didn't get the situation. But anyway, they're not supposed to attack you. You're a guest with an invitation and a gift from their master. They should respect that. And anyway, they seem to fear the creative people. Maybe in your case, they're just curious. Haha. Meaning we're not creative. They tried to bite me. But out of context, with gift you mean to be here, even for the first time. You surely have received an envelope with specific instructions and items, haven't you? Sure, yes, of course. I've just got memory issues. A genetic thing, nothing serious. Okay. Okay, see you. See you. Okay, this looks like a guest register. It's a small book with guest register written on the cover page. Hey, leave it. Okay. Let's check out this corridor. Okay, we got a room here. The room is locked. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we got another one here. The room is locked. We got a library. Nah, I don't like reading so much. A half-empty library. Library is a pretty generous description here for like 6 books. Okay. Let's go back here. Let's see if anything changed in the box. There's a lot of items, broken objects, even pieces of paper, but nothing that seems interesting. A shredded piece of paper. Oh, wait. Seems an invitation. Dear Frank Baum. Who's that? Your room will be Ophelia. Nice to know that. Is that a letter we take? Okay, maybe we can use it. About that room of mine. My room is Ophelia. Oh, Ophelia, you mean? That's it. I don't remember if it's being cleaned. But okay. This is your key, 2nd floor, last room on the left. Thanks. Okay, see you. Okay, so maybe the last room here. There we go. Okay, the door's unlocked now. Cool. Okay. Can't click on anything here except for these sneakers. Wow. Nice. Let's wear them. Let's see if that way fishermen will hate me less. Okay, so are we already wearing them? They're sneakers. But it looks like they're made of crystal. I'm already wearing them. Okay. Well, let's see if there's anything more in that box. Jeez. Seems like a magic box. Full of surprises when we need them. It's a box with random items, mainly paper. Okay. Oh, okay, so the same thing. So once you find it, then it's always there. Okay, let's try the lounge. Oh, here we go. Let's try J.K. Rowling. What's the secret thing for ideas? Or where's the secret thing for ideas? Pardon? I mean the food or the drink. Oh, I mean, sorry, I'm not a waiter. You can take what you want from the table. Bye. Okay, let's talk to Steve Kine. Yes? What's the secret thing? Where's the secret thing for ideas? Sorry, I don't understand. I mean the food or drink. Oh yes, there's nothing unforgettable, but it's all good. And there are also non-alcoholic drinks. I mean, orange juice, but it's all good. Bye. Okay. Looks like we can't take anything. Let's talk to them. Did you find the 4 authors? Not all of them. Please go get them all. Okay. Let's go to the hotel hall. Let's go downtown. Let's see, can we go past this dude? Are we cool now? I'll take it for a yes. Okay, good. We can go past this guy. Oh, here we go. New characters. Captain Black and Emilio Salgari. Are you a writer? Are you a monkey? I mean, sorry. I'm Marco. Who are you? I'm Emilio Salgari. Nice to meet you. Did you by any chance write something? Not much. Only several dozen of books. What about you? A Poe lookalike said to reach him in the lounge. Ah, yes, I'm still here. I should have left. But that's okay. I'll come. When? Just a few more words with this gentleman. Don't wait for me. I'll be there within minutes. Okay. So you are Emilio Salgari. Yes, that's me. From Italy. And how did you arrive here? An invitation. A carriage came to pick me up. I probably slept for a while. Then I found myself here. Your English is good. Well, I cannot explain that at all. Okay, then. Let's talk to Captain Black. Go away. Okay, what's this? Statue. It's a statue of a man with a chart and a spyglass in his hands. I cannot move it. Stop there. You can't proceed any further. My master's orders. Okay. Something out of a pirate film. I clicked away kind of fast. Okay, so we have to... Maybe we can go to this lighthouse area. Lighthouse. Oh, very cool. Okay, we got a boat and Jules Verne. Jules Verne. He looks like an action film hero, but from the 50s. Hello, are you a writer? This is new. I had heard of people asking for a doctor or for a fireman, but never for a writer. What do you need? Oh, the usual stuff. Secret of ideas for writing. But who are you exactly? I'm Jules Verne. And you are? I'm Marco. Maybe you've heard about me. I create indie games. Ah. I've met another Indian guy here before. The other one seemed more as I expected him. I'm really curious about your culture. So you are Jules Verne. Yes, that's me. From France. And how did you arrive here? An invitation. A carriage came to pick me up. I probably slept for a while, and then I found myself here. A Poe lookalike said to reach him in the lounge. Yes, thanks. Edgar's plan, I know about it. My intention was to simply leave when the gate was opened again, but I guess I lost that chance. Anyway, I won't come, tell him that, but I'll try to take advantage of this place till I can. And now I want to understand how this boat works. Okay. What do you need to know about the boat? Do you know how does it work? They're easy. There's an engine and a thing to turn left or right, like a steering wheel maybe? A rudder? You just need a key to turn them on. And what kind of symbol is this? Never seen one like this. But I suppose it's the brand logo. And maybe your eyes are better than mine. But over there along the coast, do you see a light? A kind of light over there? Not so sure. It seems just a reflection. It seems just a reflection of something. I don't think it's that, but who knows? Okay, so maybe we need the spyglass for Jules Verne. To use it, I need the key. It's a kind of electric motorboat. It looks old and futuristic at the same time. The place to put the key is strange. Okay. Can't do anything else. So we've got a few pieces of clues here, but nothing substantial yet. But I think we've talked to the 4 authors and can return to the hotel hall. And let's go to the lounge and talk to Poe. Did you find the 4 authors? Yes, but one of them said they won't come. Of course. Well, we'll wait a few minutes more then. Ah, here they are. Please get near. Do you want to make some forewords? They don't need to know. Sorry, what? You've already been here before. You knew what this place is. Actually, don't play this card. You may not know how it works, but you know that there's something powerful here. And powerful always means dangerous. But you all came when we sent you a second invitation. Last time seemed different. Your whatever time ago was less than a week here, but that's not important. The master called us, and then you need to feed his prisoner. The master called us, and then you to feed his prisoner. Okay, I don't understand that. Yes, a mutual feed. We are not here to complain. But now there's no master anymore. He cannot control the thing he captured. We're all grown up here. Can you call the thing with a name? What's behind this mind's playground? A god. A sleeping, dreaming god. Probably almost unaware of what's happening. It's a plant. Something Master took out of the depth of the ocean. It's a god. It can walk through time. It can summon people from different periods. It can give them a way to see and talk with fragments of their imagination. It's going to rip everything apart. We agree with that. We called you here, not 1 by 1, but 5 at once. Because when he feeds, he seems to lose his control. So while the usual carnival starts, we may be able to reach the master and convince him to get rid of this darn thing, if he still can. So we're here as a distraction? Or are we bait? Maybe it's not the best moment to say that, but I may have crashed this place. Not so hard to believe, but not the best moment, no. Ah! What's happened? The bloodbath has started. Play with your monsters and heroes. Create your stories and show them to it. Where's Jules? He didn't want to come. I want to leave. And I want to stay here too. This place is dope. Let me know how I can help. We still need moments to think. You, whoever you are, try to stay alive. Okay. Yes, nothing. Just here to say that I'm still alive. Yes, nothing. Just okay. Let's see. What does Emilio say? Yes, nothing. Okay. Anything else in the box? Now I gotta check it like every time. Okay. Nope. Same thing. Oh, wait. I just noticed that the guest registry is free. A lot of people have slept here just the last 10 days. Even Roddenberry was here, and that surely explains the Trek Con and the red shirt guy's presence. He was in the Venice room, same floor as the Ophelia room. Let's see if I can find its key. Oh, sweet. Okay, let's go. Click, click. Okay, the door is unlocked now. What is this? It's a screenplay. It's signed by Roddenberry. Okay, let's see here. It's a screenplay signed by Roddenberry. What screenplay? Okay, I guess we can't really read the screenplay yet. Okay, so we got a screenplay. We can trade that for the spyglass. Okay, we got G.R. Martin here. What's happened to this guy? Same as my previous time. I'm, well, a mass murderer as a writer, and what controls this place showed me his appreciation doing the same. Blood everywhere. Any plan? Apart from enjoying the show? Yes. Nope. Any idea about what's going on in this place? Considering what is happening, if I have to choose between it's a god or it's an undersea plant, I guess I'll bet on it's a god. Okay, bye. Okay, so dead Trekker, I don't want to touch him. He's dead. And bloody. Okay, let's check out the TrekCon. Hello? Hello? Are you one of those crazy fishmen? No. Prove it. If you let me in, you can check my face. Okay. This sounds logical. Well, not really. Let's see here. Okay. Let's give them the screenplay. I'm here to trade. What kind of trade? I want the spyglass, so give the screenplay a look. Oh, I can't believe. Are you going to give me the spyglass and put that on display? Take the spyglass. I'll destroy this document. And if I discover that you mention it ever again, I'll find you and burn your house with you inside. Oh my goodness. I wonder what was in the screenplay. Okay. Just to let you know, I live in a rented flat, so I've never seen you before in my life. Okay, let's get going. We got a spyglass. It's a spyglass. First time I see one in real life. Okay, let's go this way at least. I cannot move it. It's a statue of a man with a chart and a spyglass in his hands. On the base, there's a rough incision that says, "Winter is coming." Ha 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 ha. Okay, great. So someone carved that in there. Probably G.R. Martin. Anyway. This is Dan. Hello, who are you? Who are you? You're in my backyard. Why do you all treat me as if I'm some sort of socially inept person? This starts to get annoying. So who are you? I'm the one not so sure that was wise to come here. You should leave then. As soon as it's possible again. I'll try. I'm Dan, by the way. One of the oldest master's servants. So, do you know what's going on? Yes, I know all about my master's grief. And what he has decided to do about it. Can you explain? It's a really long story. I want to know. What happened to your master? Years ago, my master agreed to let his wife go with his son on a journey that could be dangerous. His son wanted to investigate the loss of some ships in the Sargasso Sea. He was sure it was pirates. So he went with 2 heavily armed boats. Never returned. No one did. After a long period of fruitless search, someone came here and told my master that he and his companions knew what had happened. Not pirates, but a sea creature was responsible. Yarr! An ancient sentient one. That may have captured, not killed, my master's relatives, they said. I was sure he was an imposter and said so. But my master was desperate and gave money and resources to this man and his friends. But they knew things. With our money, they built incredible machines. They found something deep under the sea and brought it here. Good. I don't think it's good. This creature, this plant, outside the ocean can do things. What can this plant do? It senses emotions, fears, fantasies. It's able to expand them, to make you perceive them better, and sometimes it brings them to life. Thanks to it, I've been to the future to summon special people who created emotions, dreams in millions of others. The plant, through my master, played with them, and it's given my master dolls resembling his lost relatives. It's transformed or killed the people in this town, and it's getting more powerful every day. I don't understand whether it's trying to free itself and go back to the ocean, or whether it wants to stay here and destroy everything. Can you do something? I cannot talk to my master anymore after my last prayers for him to get rid of this thing. He put a man to keep me here outside of the town. Oh, Captain Black. The pirate dude. Don't know if it's here to protect me or to protect somehow the plant. Why did you say so? Is the plant afraid of you? Or why didn't you say so, I guess? Not afraid, annoyed. And in my opinion, it's because of this curry plant. This creature seems to not like it very much. Ah, do you know something about the boat nearby? It's one of their incredible boats that don't need wind or oars. Do you know how to ignite it? Yes, I went with them several times, even when they finally captured the plant. I still have the key here. Do you want it? Yes. Thank you. Yes, we need the key. Bye. Bye. Okay, let's see. Can we grab this? Okay, it's oil. Do you mind if I take it? Well, whatever. Suit yourself. Thanks. Okay, so we got a boat key and a jar of curry oil and plant. Do you mind if I take some of them? Suit yourself. Let's take some curry leaves. Okay, that's cool. So we kind of got like 3 things all at once. Let's go back, and now let's go back to the lighthouse. And finally I guess first we'll talk to Martin about that carving. Did you write on the statue over there? Ah, yes, last time. I was curious to see if we're really in the past, so I made a writing on that statue. That when I left I've checked, and my writing is now visible in the present. So yes, we're in a different period, but of the same timeline. What? You do something here, it might change the future. Okay, bye. Okay, maybe we can do something then. Let's see, can we carve anything on... Okay, first let's do the lighthouse. Maybe we can carve something in that statue. Let's talk to Jules Verne, though. Okay, let's give him the spyglass. Thanks. That's exactly what I needed. Yes, I wasn't wrong. There's a cave just over there, with the same metallic sign I see here on the boat. I need to go there. Okay, let's go on the boat, my dude. Let's see what's there. Great, let's go. Vroom. Okay, we're in a cave. We got a panel, a lever, and a sign. Let's see, let's check out the panel. These symbols can be pushed. This seems some sort of key code panel. Very interesting. But what's the sequence we need? No idea. How about the lever? Let's try that. I can't move this lever. Lever. Okay, a sign. I cannot reach it. This is the panel whose reflection you saw from the lighthouse, isn't it? Yes. I wonder what that symbol is. Okay, let's see what's down here. Nothing. Oh, cool. I just noticed that. Your head can follow the cursor. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Anything over here? Nope. All right. Let's go back in the boat. It's the boat I used to arrive here. All right. Okay. So it hasn't changed anything he needs to say. All right. So we need to find out some symbols. And maybe now let's go down this road. What's this monster? It killed the Black Captain. Captain Blackbody. The only part of the captain that doesn't seem burned seems to be his hat's white feather. Let's take it. Okay, we got a feather. Oh my gosh. Shh. Nope, don't want to go any further. Can we look at it? Corridor. Okay. So it's covering a corridor. Let's go back. That was spooky. Let's talk to Martin. There's a monster over there. Is it a dragon? No, more like a giant octopus. Not interested then. Okay, great. Let's see. Can we talk to Mr. Poe? Maybe Mr. Poe has some ideas. Yes, there's a mansion nearby. Is it normal that above its stone wall there's a scary giant octopus-like animal? It seems to have killed a man, by the way. And not one with a red shirt. How big? Like a horse? More like 4 horses with a carriage. Go and check. Sure. You, come with me. Fascinating. It's like one of my dreams. I cannot understand whether it's learning from me or whether being here I'm forecasting what's going to happen. I don't find it so appealing. Sure you don't. Neither does the black-dressed man. Have you finished? Let me do some tests. Okay, what does he have? I think our plans are over. There's no way to enter the mansion with that monster there. Let's go back. Okay, let's talk again. Yes? What now? Up there I've done a simple test, and my opinion is that the thing perceives human beings. Not simple movement, but our essence. So there's no way to reach the gate. Yes? What now? We stick to our plan, hoping that dealing with the imagination of so many of us can weaken the plant. We wait and see. I've only met him once, but I'm sorry Dan Brown isn't here. He seemed like a guy who could understand complex things. That's probably why he didn't come. What? He's not here because of me. I've taken his invitation and preceded him here. So he may be on Twinsmouth West. We can somehow hear people from other periods when they're near the bridge, if they've got items from this place. I'm sure to have understood your words. You mean that we can talk to them? No, if we're near the bridge and they are too, we may hear them in specific situations, but they cannot hear us back. How's that useful? Never said it was. Okay, how about Emilio? Yes? What now? We need to find a way to attack this thing and hit this thing hard, and stun it before it realizes and counterreacts. Okay, so we got a few pieces of information there. Let's see if we can carve a message in that statue yet. I'm convinced we've got to do something to talk to Stefania. Let's try to see if there's a way to hear them. I should write something like that. Steffi, I'm alive. I could hear you if you go to the bridge and speak. With the thing from the east town in your hand, Marco. Way too long. I've written Steffi, alive, bridge, here, take east item, Marco. I'm sure it's clear enough. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool though. Okay, let's go to... I'm gonna go to the bridge. But let's check in at the carpentry store. There's that spooky doll. I wonder if the doll is one of those kids of the master. There's a monster over there. What kind of monster? My previous time I've seen a different version of He Who Must Not Be Named, with wings and claws. It's a giant octopus, not mine. Any plan? Not without more info. Okay, bye-bye. Let's talk to Stein. There's a monster over there. What kind of monster? I've used so many that it could be mine. It's a giant octopus. It could be. Any idea? Have you got any extra info about the situation? Well, Lovecraft said that their plan is ruined because the mansion gate cannot be tricked, because it perceives humans. Well, reaching it is not a problem then. We got him, the puppet. It won't perceive it. If we can make it move, of course. Okay, maybe Rowling has an idea. To inject life into this puppet, make a wand. What? It's in Pinocchio's original story. But I use wands too in my books, and in my universe, they're not just a piece of wood. They've got something inside that makes them more powerful and personal. Like what? Like unicorn horsehairs or phoenix feathers. Oh, or a feather from a captain's hat. I wonder why I even asked. Okay, so we need to find some wand. None of the pieces here seem like a wand. Okay, maybe we need to go in the forest. Since we're heading to the bridge anyway, let's cut branches. One of these branches looks like a wand. There's one that's straight and already short. Let's take it. Okay, let's combine the feather with the wand. Let's see if there's a way to embed the feather in this wand. Done. Oh, sweet, we got a powered wand. Okay, so let's go here. And then let's flip to this. And see if we can find that message. He's Dan Brown. Uh-oh. Are you really Dan Brown? Yes? Can you explain to me what's happening? I can tell you what I know. There's a place on the other side of the river where the east part of this town is still intact. Maybe it's a moment in the past, I don't know. And in that place, imaginations and dreams seem more vivid and real. I've met 2 dead authors there. And a man that lives in a mansion uphill. Oh, a mansion. A man devastated by sorrow and madness, but that can feel and eat and feed a writer's mind. It's a bit hard to believe. My memories about that are dreamlike, but I'm sure of what I said, and when I've started to think about it, once returned, I'm sure that his power is dangerous, not only for his guests, but for everyone. If he'll be able to expand himself outside that place, what can we do now? No clue. But it's impossible that there's a passage like that near a small town like Pink House Cove, and nobody knew anything about that. So my best bet is let's see if there's someone or something that can help us. Thanks. Wait, it may seem a stupid question. What? Are you Dan Brown? Maybe? What are you all doing here? All who? Another even more stupid question. Have you been robbed recently? How do you know that? Long story. And sorry to be unpolite, I don't have time for that. I need to reach the other town and see if they let me in and enter without my invitation. No bridge. As I expected, the passage is closed. What passage? Now I've got time for your long story. How do you know about my invitation robbery? And why are you here? I have questions too. What passage? And where is my husband? This story is probably even longer, but wait. Is your husband a very famous writer? Not even close. And he was walking along this path, and now he's nowhere? Exactly. Well, then he may be in mortal danger. We all may be in grave danger too, depending on how wise he is. Are you saying that we're doomed? Let's stick together. We have to find a way to open the passage and rescue him, and then close it for good. Okay, so maybe let's go exploring and see if we can find that message. So here we are in present day. General store. Ding ding. Okay, we got a bookshelf. We got a drugstore clerk. Hello. Good morning, how can I help you? Did you notice something odd lately? Who's been sick? Not my fault, I swear. What? Nothing. How can I help you? I'm going to look at what you're selling. Thanks. Oops. I mean, you wear glasses, so may I suggest you look at our book selection? We haven't sold that many books, and they collect dust. Okay, let's see here. Book section. Small selection. I've already got all the titles I like. Let's see. Some beers and soft drinks, and a bunch of homemade sandwiches. I could use a sandwich to go. Please help yourself. Okay, we get a sandwich. Whoops. That darn fridge. It's the third time today it stopped. It's alright. After some hours, it usually starts again. It's $5. Thanks. If you want, we also sell some gastroprotective drug. Nice to know. Okay, well, so we got a sandwich. A greenish and smelly herring sandwich. Most of those things are not suitable to be eaten while walking. Okay. Who's this? Postal service. A rather elderly lady with an attentive but sad look. Hello. Good morning. How can I help you? Did you notice something odd lately? Well, this question is the strangest thing that has happened in a while, I guess. Thanks. You're welcome. So, no real help. Okay, we got a hotel here. No, I can't come right now. I have guests. Yes. Really? An odd couple. A dude that doesn't seem to be able to count to 4, and a cute lady. If you're into cougars. Hey! She's back now, with another man. So no, she's way out of your league. Hey! Okay. I'll ask her if she wants more company. Hey! Bye. Good morning, how are you? Do you? Don't. Okay. No need to scream. Good morning, how can I help you? Did you notice something odd lately? Nope. How come you're always on the phone? The hotel doesn't usually have many guests, so I take extra gigs. Let's say I do more or less everything for everyone else here. Cleaning, providing things. I also sing during weddings. Not that there are many around. Is this really a 5-star hotel? Sure, I mean, it depends. Does TripAdvisor count? I've had 5 1-star reviews so far. So for me, if you ask me, that makes us a 5-star hotel. Huh. Okay, let's see, we got business cards, we got a notebook. Sorry, this is mine, and it's private. Can I take one? Sure. Okay, we got a hotel business card. There's the full set of basic information, name, address, and phone number. We got cleaning tools, a cheap set of standard cleaning tools. Well, they seem cheap because they're not this hotel properties. What? They belong to the museum. I forgot to put them back in their storage room after I used them. But why are they here? I needed to clean rooms too, considering your arrival. And we don't have any. Can we take them? I don't want to use cleaning tools while I'm on vacation. Guess not. Okay. So we've got a room. Oh, I guess this is where we're staying? Marco's laptop. Oh, cool. Let's check in your husband's computer if there's something. We could use it to understand what he knew about the place he decided to enter. There's a password and I don't know it. How old is your husband? 55 years old. Manga or video games or both? Video games. Try Pac-Man 123. It doesn't work. Odd. But okay. We need some help here. Okay, there's nothing else here. This is hilarious. Okay. No, I can't come right now. I have guests. Bye. Does he say anything else? Okay, guess not. Let's check. Okay, we can go to the lighthouse, railway station. Let's check the lighthouse. Professor Pat, hello, good morning. Did you notice something odd lately? How do you know that? What? Are you here for him too? What? Who? Mr. B. What? Yes, correct. Always deny. Enemies are always listening, but I'm so near finding proof. Then we'll see who's laughing last. What's that instrument? A latest invention. Scans the brain frequency of anthropoid apes. Do you mean human beings? Hey? No, I mean anthropoid apes. Like Mr. Bigfoot. Why are you here on the sea? Because in town the instrument receives interference. I mean, why are you here in this sea town? Ah, because my students gave me tickets for the local museum. Where do you teach? Albuquerque. A long trip to see a little museum. Are you a fan of local sea traditions? No, why? My students said it's a BIGFOOT museum. Of course it is, foolish of me. See you around, see you around. Let's see, we got... Oh, when I talk about my hometown, I always get hungry. Okay, research. Please stand back. Proximity to people could distort data. Okay. Ticket. Please stand back. Okay. Maybe we can give him the sandwich. Oh, it's for me? A local herring sandwich? Thanks, but no thanks. I would like something that reminds me of home. Please stand back. Okay. I'm guessing we have to find some other way to... Okay, so there's a railway station here and a road up here. Okay. We got a mansion right here. The gate is locked, and the lock seems untouched for ages. There's a similar mansion also in the other town. I've been there for the night, even if I couldn't see our host. Okay, so that way is... We haven't been to that way in the other timeline, but let's see what's down here. Nothing. Okay. So far nothing from Marco's statue that he wrote. Okay, so we've got a sign. What for? The name... Oh, there's the name of the current exposition. Twinsmouth East Secrets. The history of Pink House Cove's ancient twin city. This seems interesting. Let's go in the museum. Oh, I wonder if they have this statue in the museum. Hello, tickets, please. Uh-oh, we don't have... Oh, a piece of the statue. There is. Okay, cool. Hello? Good morning. How can I help you? Did you notice something odd lately? Like what? Like, it's a bit hard to explain. The strangest thing I've seen is tourists. Okay. Can we buy 2 tickets? No, I'm sorry. To avoid robberies, I mean me stealing money, we currently only sell tickets online. Okay then. But now our site is offline. And anyway, we only sell tickets for the following days. Is there any way to enter today? Sure, just show me your already booked in advance bought tickets. Is this museum successful? Yes, we're waiting for 1 visitor today. That makes 10 visitors in 2 months. And this is successful? Yes. How many people do you think go to a museum? Okay, thanks. You're welcome. Okay, so I bet you it's under the glass. I cannot reach it. Okay, maybe we can give her the sandwich. What for? Okay, darn. Hotel business card? Okay, darn. Okay, so that's totally where we need to go to read that statue bit. And... okay, the last location is that railway station. Let's give that a quick visit and then go back to the other timeline. Alright, we've got a menu here. It says they serve fish and chips with a couple of variants for fish size. Not cheap. Not cheap, but the best. And only in town. Okay, let's talk to what's-his-face. The vendor. Hello, good morning. How can I help you? Can I have some fish and chips? Not right now. We've run out of ingredients. We're waiting for supplies. How long before new supplies? Don't know. The supplier's busier than usual in this period. Can you try to call him or her and check? We're eager to taste your food. Okay. Rick? When do you think you can bring me my fish? I've got customers waiting here. Okay. Fine. He'll bring my stuff soon, but I won't wait here for that if I was you. Soon can mean anything. Did you notice something odd lately? Nope. Trains are late as usual. Thanks, you're welcome. Okay, maybe we can give him What's this? Curry. This is our special curry. Not the usual mixture, but our preparation. From the tree that has grown here for centuries. You can have some only if you buy food. Okay, so from the same tree that Dan gave us some from. Let's try the sandwich. Maybe we could give it to him. What for? Oh, come on. There's got to be some use for the sandwich. Anything over here? Okay, a map holder. Yes. Maybe I could use a free town map. Okay, so we've got one of Pink House Cove. Okay, so we're a little stuck on this end. Okay, so we've got the wand. And let's go back and try to use it on the dude. Statue boy. Okay, so she doesn't have anything new. But let's just use the wand with Puppet. Hey Puppet, live! Yes, follow me. Does that work? Okay. Very cool. Okay, let's click on the puppet. Go to the gate. Let's see what happens. Yes, the monster doesn't even notice the puppet, but how can this help us? Ooh, wait a sec. Let's see. Could we give him the curry leaves? It has a panel. Let's put these leaves inside him. Okay. And then maybe send him back to the monster and it'll scare away the monster. Go to the gate. Yes, the monster seems to have retreated his tentacles from the gates. Maybe it won't react anymore. Oh, sweet. Okay. Let's go in the corridor. Before entering, I better ask if Poe and Lovecraft to come with me. They surely know better what to do with the master. Oh good, they came with me. Okay, I didn't have to go all the way back and fetch them. Of course. There's another plant here too to block us. What now? We need a way to bypass that plant. It's probably meant to let in only the master. It has no eyes, so I suppose it can recognize him in some other way. Do we need another puppet? The situation is exactly the opposite. We have to find a way to make it think we're like him. Okay, bye-bye. What about Lovecraft? What now? We need a way to bypass the plant. I don't know how. Maybe using the Force. Is it not dangerous to attack this thing? What do you think? Which way do you suggest to force it? Maybe there's a way to cut these tentacles enough to let us in. Ah, cut. Bye. Okay, let's see. Can we use the all on it? It doesn't work. I can just do small holes, and they're filled back within seconds. The plant blocks the passage. Luigi, let us in. We need to talk. What are you doing here? Go away. I don't want to see you or anyone else. You can't go on this way. Go away. Huh. Oh, what about the jar of coil? It moves a little, but it doesn't retreat. The plant blocks the passage. Okay. So back in that carpentry area, there was that saw. Right there. Okay. Now maybe there's a reason to carry a saw. Let's take it. Okay, let's go back. Oh, wait. I've defeated the monster over there. Good. That means you've reached Luigi? Not now, but I'm near. Good. Luigi? You mean like Luigi's Mansion? Woohoo! Stop that. I'll shoot you if you keep doing that. Is he armed? Who doesn't have a gun in their house? The plant blocks the passage. Okay, so we need something else. What now? Okay, so it doesn't say anything new. What about Lovecraft? What now? Okay. Let's see, so we have the... I can't think of anything else to do with Marco. Maybe we can try and get into our password. Computer. Oh, the hotel is closed. There's a sign. I need to run an errand. I'll be back real soon. Sorry for the inconvenience. This is the first time this has happened to me. To find a hotel closed for errands. Alright. Let's try the general store again. Hello? Good morning. How can I help you? Are you the fish and chip supplier? Nope. Why do you ask? Who's been sick? I'm gonna look at what you're selling. Thanks. You look like a smart girl. I mean, you wear glasses. So may I suggest you look at our book selection? We haven't sold that many books, and they collect dust. There's a small selection of titles from famous contemporary authors. Hey, there's also a couple of Dan Brown's novels. Really? Oh, I don't really like them. But my mom over there is a fan, and she's the one who put the books on display. She's always done that. Great. Okay, is there anything else? Hello? Good morning, how can I help you? You are the bookworm in the family, he says. Oh yes, I've loved books since I was a child. Well, living in a small place means being bored most of the time, but reading has helped me more than that, and I like to share what I like. Just out of curiosity, can you tell me your latest preference in terms of author names? Let me think. I love Stephen King and G.R.R. Martin, but also Rowling and even R.L. Stein. But my favorite is surely Dan Brown. Well, his books are boring as hell, but he's so handsome. He reminds me of my father. What a coincidence. Please, shut up. How have the books helped you? I know it sounds stupid, but when I was in primary school, in the 60s, I started to feel really sick. Nightmares too. A living hell. But then I started reading and suddenly felt well again. Suddenly? 10 minutes after starting Slaughterhouse-5, which my dad put on the same display. I felt better and I've never been sick again. I've read 2 books a month since then. Thanks. You're welcome. Okay, food section. The usual range of groceries or a small general store, from cornflakes to sauce bottles. A lot of things look old. I don't recognize most of the brands. Let's see, can we use any sauce or anything? Most of these things are not suitable. Hey, there's a bottle of chili. Let's get the bottle of chili. It's $4. Let's use it on our sandwich and give it to the dude. I've also emptied the chili bottle. That means that it was already opened and used. Ew. Okay, so let's go to the lighthouse and give the sandwich to the guy. And then he'll give us the museum tickets. Please stand back. Oh, it's for me? A local herring sandwich with chili. I love it. Oh, nice. Uh-oh, I bet he's gonna get sick. It was delicious, but now I don't feel too well. I mean, I think I'm gonna puke. I'm not sure. But I'd rather be in a more private location. Please stand back. Oh, gross. Okay, let's check the research. A lot of writings about the presence of Bigfoots during the centuries. Can we take it? Don't want to steal the professor research. To burn it is, of course, a completely different thing. I want a ticket. The professor probably doesn't need it anymore, so, well. Okay, we got a museum ticket. Nice. Let's go. Let's see, what about the fish and chips? Hello, good morning. Can I have some fish and chips? Sure, here it is. Thanks. And feel free to also take some of our special curry. Can I have some curry? Sure, if you also buy fish and chips, which I did. How special is your curry? Well, curry trees aren't usually local, but there have been many nearby since the 19th century. We use their curry leaves for our curry, and I really recommend you try it because it tastes great. Thanks. You're welcome. Fish and chips and local curry sauce. Okay, cool. Now we're getting somewhere, finally. All right, so let's go back to the museum. A ticket for Pink House. Here you are. This is one ticket, and you're two people. Are you aware of that? Yes. Can we both enter with a single ticket? Are you married? Technically speaking, yes, we're both married. So we're fine. There's no such rule, of course, but that way I can add 2 to the visitor list. And I have a half plausible reason to tell my boss, considering he's a boomer. Okay, let's check this out. History panel. Please don't touch anything. There are some details about the history of this place. 2 settlements on either side of the river, founded in 1803 by 2 twin brothers. They were merchants and became very rich in a short time. In 1807, Luigi lost his wife and son, and after that his business went bad. On the night of 26th of May 1809, his town was completely destroyed by an earthquake. There were no survivors. Not even a single body was found. Blah, 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 blah. Time after that, even another town loses importance. After the First World War, the name was changed from Twinsmouth West to Pink House Cove. 26th of May 1809. Why does this date ring a bell? Anyway, a lot of info, not sure if relevant or not. Okay, let's see at last. It's a piece of statue found after the devastation of the nearby town. Hey, what's that writing? Winter is coming, ha 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 ha. How odd is that? There's also another message. Steffi, alive bridge. Here, take east item Marco. What? Yes, Marco's alive and still normal. Normal? We need to find an item from Twinsmouth East so that we can carry with us, and then go to the missing bridge. If you say so. It's a very large piece of statue found after the devastation of the nearby town. It's under the glass, I cannot reach it. Okay, it's a piece of statue found under, okay. Some photos. We got a keypad. It's a numeric keypad. It probably opens the storage room. The door's locked. I guess one needs to use the keypad to open it. I don't know the needed number. Picture. It's a picture from 1935. Kids in school uniform. The teacher looks somehow familiar. I agree. Check if there's a name. Yes. She's Louise Mathis. Louise Mathis. Okay. Let's check the drugstore. Okay, let's see. Postal clerk. Hello. Good morning. How can I help you? Do you know you look like Louise Mathis? Well, yes. She was my mother. How do you know her? We've seen an old school picture in the local museum. The museum? You mean the old school? It closed in the 90s, and since then it has changed occupation several times. We lived there, you know. My mother was a teacher, and we had 2 rooms on the 2nd floor. Do you also know the mansion nearby? Was it open when you were young? No, it's been closed since forever. Someone just cleans the garden each month and checks the interior for problems once or twice a year. But, yes, I know the mansion nearby. How do you know the mansion? The school building was part of the mansion in the 19th century. There was a door to the garden then. They closed it when it became a school, but I lived there. It's possible to reach the garden from the bathroom's window. I was a kid. I used it all the time. And go play in the garden when my mom was busy. It was fun, but scary. Considering that the mansion had been a madhouse for 20 years before my mom was born. A madhouse? For such a small place, this town has a long, strange history. In the second half of 1800, a lot of local people had mental problems, but slowly things got better, and the madhouse was closed. But then the mansion remained unused. Any idea about the reason for the mental problems? Several, but nothing was certain. The only fact is before the end of the 1800s, things started to be better. Thanks, you're welcome. see if the hotel's... Oh, hotel's open again. No, I can't come right now. I have guests. Bye. Good morning. How can I help you? I'm okay, thanks. Can we take the cleaning tools? No, it's the same thing. Can we look at the picture? No. Can we look in the room? Okay, nothing new here. Same thing about Marco's password. Okay. Okay, so we need that notebook. I wonder if he also wrote... Oh, he also wrote the museum key code. It's possible. We need a way to check that. What? How good is your memory? What? What memory? Okay. Okay, so we need that notebook. How do we get that? So how can we distract him? Maybe we can try using the smartphone. What if you call the owner and send him for an errand? He could close us in and we could check his notebook while he's away. We could try. Rick? It's me, fish and chips guy. My voice. Don't worry about my voice. Bring me fish, now. How does it go? Let's go down and check. Okay, he's gone. Nice. Let's check the notebook. Let's see. Yes. There's a number to open the storage room in the museum. Okay, let's go to the museum. The door is locked. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go back to our room. Oh, I just saw him show up. Okay. He's back. No, I can't come right now. I have guests. Bye. Let's see, does he say anything different? Good morning, how can I help you? I'm okay, thanks. Okay, let's keep ahead. Let's try it. It works. Let's sneak in. Oh, very cool. Window, Dan Brown. Okay, so we are in the museum now. Okay, let's go in the mansion. Door is firmly locked. Okay, let's go in the window. The basement window. The window's closed, but it doesn't look too solid. I'm too scared of tetanus to touch such an old thing. Can we use the fish and chips? Okay, museum. Let's see, maybe there's a way to get in the mansion. Door firmly locked. Maybe over here. Okay, can't go in that door. Ground. This part of the ground seems a bit different from the rest. I don't want to get my hands dirty without a good reason. Okay, well... Statue. There's a label. Guy Pinkhouse, merchant and explorer, founder of Twinsmouth West. Okay, can we try to force that low window? I can try. Oh, maybe he can do it. Done. Okay, so even though we're not way over there, let's try it out. Ooh, cool. Wooden chest. It's an old wooden chest, heavy and partially broken. The lock is broken and it's almost empty. There's still some letters. One seems older than the rest. Let's see. The sender is a guy from Twinsmouth and it's been written in August 1804. This can be our object from the East Town. Taken. Okay, I wonder if we can read it. What for? So it's dated 1804. Books. We cannot read or take them all without knowing what we need. It's useless to pick one or the other. Let me check the historical ones. There's There's a Guido Pinkhouse biography. What does it say? Who's Guido Pinkhouse? The twin brother of Luigi Pinkhouse, my host in the other city. They founded 2 settlements on either side of this little river in the early 1800s. They were good and got rich, but Luigi lost his wife and son in a shipwreck and went mad. He spent a lot of his fortune trying to find his relatives, with Guido telling him to stop because as they were surely dead, his search was pointless. Then Twinsmouth East was destroyed by an earthquake, while the West past remained intact. No survivors, not even bodies, found in the east part. Not a single hurt person in the west part. What did Guido Pinkhouse do? Guido mourned his brother and vowed to continue his research. And 6 months after his brother's death, he found the body of Luigi's wife. Their ships never reached their destination. They took another route to hunt pirates, but then they were hit by a storm. Only 3 survivors reached Bermuda, including the wife, but each of them was too injured to be saved. Guido found that because one of the fishermen who helped these men sold their possessions, an object in Boston was recognized by someone and then tracked down. It was hard, but in the end, Guido was able to do what Luigi didn't. Who's the biography author? This is an unexpected twist. She's Luigi's great-grandniece. He never mentioned Luigi's son's wife. There was no wife. He had a lover, a mariner daughter, and he kept her a secret from his parents. Her father was one of the 3 people that reached Bermuda. His diary was recovered and returned to her by Guido himself, who then treated her like one of the family. What's her name? Mary Pinkhouse. Guido wanted his nephew's lover to take his second name. She was expecting a son called John when Luigi's son died. John had several sons, including a daughter, Lucy, who's the mother of the biography's author, Sarah Curie. Lucy was a patient in this place. So was Lucy mentally ill? Yes, for a while, when she was in her 50s. Her daughters led a very hard life for a long time, and she was clearly influenced by their mother's obsessions about this place and her family. She not only wrote an accurate biography of Guido, but she also recovered his mortal remains, and in special case, his hand, that's now buried under the outer statue. A hand? It's not so clear why, but she wrote that both the hand and her mother's handwritten diary are crucial to the existence of Pinkhouse Cove. Before today, I would have said that she was crazy. Not so sure now. Okay, so we have to find a shovel. Let's search for Lucy's diary. Found. Okay, so we found Lucy's diary. Picture. It's firmly attached to the wall. It's a painting of the mansion garden. Oh, how odd. The statue seems to be in a different position, nearer to the gate. Considering the different lives of this building, it's not impossible they moved during the centuries. So, any more books? Okay, so we already read about Guido Pinkhouse. We don't have to do that again. Let's go back to the mansion garden. So can we recover that hand? If this is the place where the statue was, maybe here's the case with Guido's hand. Let's see if I can find something even without a shovel. Yes, there's a small sealed box. And inside there's actually a hand. Oh my gosh. It's just bones now, but it's a human hand for sure. There's also a note. Howard, I did as you asked. I really hope Guido's hand can help. Sarah. This is a whole new level of weird. Taken. Human hand. Okay. It's Guido Pinkhouse's skeleton hand. Can we get out of here now? Door firmly locked. Okay, let's go to the actual bridge. Okay, now what? Do we use the diary? It's Luigi's, diary. So how do we use it? Lucy's diary with big... Oh, what's that? Ugly big plant. I don't want to touch it. So what can we do with it? Diary, it seems to ignore it. Oh, what about the curry? Hey. Scary. Okay. I don't want to touch it. After giving it the curry sauce, it seems to have an open mouth. Okay, let's ask Dan. What about this ugly plant? You said that Marco somehow told you that it was possible to be heard from this place with something old enough with you. Yeah, that was clearly his first message. But why would it work? No idea. But you have one instead, right? This plant, this root or branch, I don't know, is connected to the power that controls the other side. And the passage, too. So it's looking or hearing at our side. It's trying to expand itself, but the point is, it's a connection to the other side. You're talking here, near it, and something could be heading there. What about the old article? It might smell strange. This thing seems sleepy. Maybe certain things activate it more. Okay. But there's more. If I'm right, it might be possible to send something through to the other side. Something small and specific. If we can enlarge the passage, how? Not sure yet. Thanks. You're welcome. Okay, so we've got an ugly big plant with the mouth. How about the letter? Marco, can you hear me? We don't know if this works or how. Let's keep it short. Let's just say what we need to communicate. If he hears us, he can probably answer at least using the museum. Okay. Marco, we need your laptop password. Well, it sounds like a very stupid request. Old letter. Oops. Does it eat it? Let's hope it took it to wherever and whatever Marco is. And the hand, maybe? It ate it. Let's hope it took it to whatever Marco is. Okay, Marco, we need your laptop password. Oh, snap. My cell phone is vibrating, even if it's still dead. Hello? Marco, we need your laptop password. Stefania, can you hear me? Okay, that was really odd. But it means she read my message on the statue, I guess. We need your laptop password. Who's we? Okay, just give him the password. We got the diary. Okay, let's do that. Let's write my laptop password on a statue in a public place, visible for 200 years. I'm sure any IT guy would vouch for that. Let's also write down the symbol sequence we found in the cave, in the hope that Google will be able to help Stefania with her search. Ooh, that's a neat idea. Okay. So let's go back to the museum, and let's check those other pieces of statue. Okay, so maybe now it'll show up on this. It's under the glass. I cannot reach it. It's a large piece of statue found after... Okay, hey, look at this. There's a writing saying my password is Pac-Man1234, Marco. I was nearly there. Okay, what about this one? It's a piece of statue found after... Hey, look at this. There's a sequence of symbols and a writing saying, please help, Marco. I think I've already seen those symbols. Great. Not so great. The guys robbing my house also took my symbol books with them, and they're not easily replaceable sources. I really hope to track them down and convince them to give me back my stuff. Okay, can we... Okay, we can't take a photo of those. Let's try the password we found. Yes, we're in. There are a lot of emails about the writer's big lie. Here's the contact with the guy that robbed your house. I have something to say to him, not now. We may need his help. Let me ask him if he can check the symbol sequence in my books. Okay. Okay, this guy's not stupid. I got the answer. Mediterranean symbols from the pre-Hellenic period. Some claim they're related to Atlantis. Anyway, these seem to be constellation names. So I write you the most logical sequence I can think of. Okay, let's use the letter again. Marco, the symbol order you asked for is 715. Okay, wait. 715. 6342. I'm going to write that down. Ah, my cell phone is vibrating. Even if it's still dead. Hello? Marco, the symbol order you asked is 7156342. Stefania? Okay. Nice to know. Okay, now let's go back to the lighthouse. Take the boat. Okay, now let's try this out. Okay, let's try the sequence. Something happened. Oh, let's pull the lever. It's a metal lever. Let's try that. Click. A submarine emerged. Oh, let's take the submarine. What's this, a map? It's a screen, but it's not a touch screen. Or it doesn't work with my fingers. It seems a piece of the world map. Yes, but what's that land in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean? Ooh. There's a figure of a strange thing that seems like a shellfish, but with a dark, big eye. I wonder if that's the thing. It's a screen, but it's not a touch screen. Or it doesn't... Okay. So we have another panel with containers. And they might be they might be moves to command the submarine. I really don't want to start a voyage to the unknown this way. Okay, let's see here. They are other unknown symbols. There are lead containers, empty. Can I take them? Taken. Lead jar. Okay. Okay, we're here. We're going to try and use the hand to get past the plant. Maybe that'll work. Yes, it seems to retreat. The plant blocks the passage. Oh, there's Luigi. And who might you be? And you two, why are you still here? You should have left and left me alone. Now it might be hard to go away. Let's see. Luigi. Why? Why what? Why have I got this thing inside of me? Because I'm desperate. I'll sell my soul to the devil to repair my errors, and instead I've lost it to that. But I don't want you here. None of you. Go away, now. Go away. Okay, maybe we can give him Lucy's diary. What do you want? Leave my room now. This is your grandniece's diary. It also contains notes written by your brother. My grandniece? I don't even have a niece. My brother has no child. And here is my only son, dead. And in hell. Read it. My son has a child. I have a descendants, but how can this diary be written by the daughter of my son's daughter? She hasn't been born yet, and she may not be able to be born if you don't stop this thing. You'll have to take it back to where you found it before it's too late. Not before she frees my wife and my son. About that, read your brother's notes. Did he find my wife's body? On Bermuda Island. Did their ships get hit by a storm before they reached their destination? How is that possible? What are these two then? Those are your dreams, regurgitated by the god you stole from the ocean. I can't believe you, nor this diary, but you know it's true. If so, please help me. Okay, let's give the lead jar to Luigi, maybe? I recognize it. It's the jar we used to trap this thing to bring it here. They said they were able to lure it inside with something special, but I don't know what it was. Nor I cared at that time. Okay. Luigi's son, Luigi's wife. Can we talk to them? Hello? It's not your son, you fool. Don't you see it? What about his wife? Hello? Leave my wife alone. It's not your wife, you fool. Don't you see it? Okay, so same thing. I'm not sure I want to touch it. This thing seems alive. Okay. Okay, wait. What now? This plant was taken here from the ocean. If there's a way to bring it back, there must be a similar way to bring it back. Okay, so if it was brought here, there's a similar way to bring it back. Okay, so the only one who knew about that was that Dan guy. We need to find a way to remove this plant from this place, to be able to send it back to where it belongs. Okay, here we go. Let's see if Dan has any more info. Do you recognize it? Sure, it's one of the containers we used to trap that thing. How are you able to do that? We used pearls as bait. Containers like that were filled with pearls and the men put them in several places. After a few days, one was missing. So they prepared another one, and when they saw the creature eating, they cut a piece of it and sealed the container. Thanks. Okay, pearls. Okay, all I can think of is talking to J.K. Rowling. She does have some pearls there. Are those pearls what you're wearing? It seems a very specific request. We may have a chance to free this town, but we must lure the god into a lead container using pearls as bait. You must be a sci-fi writer. I didn't understand a single word of your phrase, but if you need my pearl for worthy reason, take them. Put them directly in this jar, please. Thanks. Cool. So the trap is now ready. Let's see if it likes that. Wow, that's scary. I need a way to cut its ties now that they're out. And to close it inside the jar. The saw? The saw cannot create a permanent cut. Each part, the saw... Oh, each cut the... Okay, so each piece that the saw touches grows back. I need a way to do more damage than that. Let's try the curry oil on the saw. Okay, let's grease this with the curry oil. Done. Considering how the monster does not like curry. Yes, it works. Now the plant core is in the jar. Let's close it. I'm not sure I want to touch it. The thing seems alive. Okay, let's give the jar to Luigi. Good. It's finally sealed inside, but its echoes are still strong, and I'm doomed. I could take this thing away from here, but it's too late to take it away from me. Go! I'll do what I need to do. I'll ask Dan a last mortal favor, to take me back with it where they found it. But first, we need to let you return to your places. You, young man, collect your period writers and use the bridge with them once it happens. You, Edgar and Howard, help me with the others. Let's hope that the power of this thing will let us send them back even trapped in this jar. Then you'll go, Howard. And then last, Edgar. But you've been here for too long, and like me, eat of this plant, so I don't know. But I know, so let's go. So, are you still here? Go. Okay. I'm the one who solved all the troubles, and nobody appreciates me the same. Do you want a medal? You should even not be here from the start. Epilogue. Oh, that's cool. Pink House Cove now. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Whoa, just in time. And now what? What? We're back. And this darn thing is probably back where it belongs. In the ocean. Let's hope. Deep enough, yes. And now we simply have to go back to work. And forget all this. But the good parts. Good parts. Which good parts? The blood parts. But even more, the ones in which we've seen and enjoyed our creations. I miss those parts. And I wasn't able to eat any great ideas. Eat ideas? And I have a jam soon. And not a single clue for my game. I think we're done. Better leave now before discovering that this guy is mad and dangerous. And we had helped him. Agreed. Me too. Well. I don't know what your jam is, but if you need a story, well, they're everywhere. Anything you see or do can help you with that. Even the more common, normal ones. You mean I could write a game about this thing we live together? It's a cool story. And I could include all of you famous writers? At worst, just changing one letter of your names? Well, I didn't say that. That's so cool. I can make a game that features myself and Stefani as characters. It's not what I meant with, it will be the best game ever. I'm going now. Don't follow me. But above all, don't include me in anything of yours. Too late. Don't. Yes. Marco's house, 14 days later. Marco? Dan just wrote me an email with the final details he was looking for. Dan? Yeah, Dan Browns. We keep in touch, you know. He's a great man. Well, he checked the dates and found that E.A. Poe was brought back to Baltimore, but in a very bad shape. He died a few days later. Yes, honey. The other authors seem to have included some of what happened in their later production, the Nautilus idea for one. So did Salgari. H.P. Lovecraft took a lot from it, and when he returned he also wrote The Shadow over Innsmouth. Published later, but probably written in the next few months. Yes, honey. About Twinsmouth, Innsmouth, there's more. Do you know who's also written about a place with sea creatures and humans met? Luigi's great-grandchild. He made a cartoon about it 2 years ago. Pink House is the English version of Luigi and Guido's surname. Casarosa. Sure, honey. Are you listening to me? Of course I am. Why do you always ask me that? But, well, sorry, I'm just checking the results of Adventure Jam 2023 right now, so I'm a bit distracted. Oh, great. And how did your game go? Did you win? Nope. Well, at least you surely finished in the top 10, right? A little less than that. Oh, like what? My game is the 1800th game. Out of 1800 participants. Twisted Times in Twinsmouth. Okay, I'm just going to turn off the music so I can talk here. I think that was a really interesting title. Definitely a much longer experience than I thought it would be. There was like full exploration on both sides of the town timelines, but it was a really cool idea having like meshing the two together in order to create something that you needed to do in each in order to solve the puzzles. Some of the puzzles were definitely not as easy to solve than others. There is a walkthrough on the author's site, or sorry, on the game's itch page, and once or twice I did have to check it for some of the clues during creating this video, just because I was totally stuck and it wasn't totally obvious what I needed to do at the time. So in hindsight, of course, it's like, as soon as you read it, oh yeah, of course. So, but I really appreciated it in order to just make sure I wasn't getting stuck. My number one fear in adventure games is that I use something at the wrong time and then I become stuck. Like, kind of those situations where you use an item and then you find out like 30 minutes later that you're totally stuck because you used the item that you then need at a much later time. So in some of these cases, like it's because these games are put together in 14 days, like at a pretty quick pace, you might run into a bug that, the developer either couldn't fix or maybe even didn't anticipate during testing. So at any rate, I thought this was a really cool idea, really original, and I really had a great fun time with it. I definitely recommend you go check it out. Go to the website, check it out in the description down below. I had a really great time in this video. Be sure to boop the like button if you liked it too, and subscribe to the channel for notifications on other games that we might be trying out for Adventure Jam 2023. I'll see you in the next video, folks. Peace.
But maybe I can help you believe. Look around when you wake up. Did I ever tell you my favorite color was blue?